Hello, it's Miss Janet again from Ricoma Craft. Today I'm all excited about what I'm going to show you. I created this from a quilt pattern and I embroidered in the middle. You can use it as a table topper or a little wall hanging. Now I'm going to show you how I embroider in the center of it. When I got ready for the center here, I use this Material Magic. It stiffens the fabric and it helps it because it's on a bias when I sew these strips around it, and they're done in units. And then I use a lightweight fusible batting, and you can do whatever you want. I mean, this is what I do. I want to write Merry Christmas in here. And I'm going to do Merry Christmas because this is going to be a table topper, and I want to be able to see Merry Christmas this way and Merry Christmas this way. Whoever's sitting on this side of the table can see Merry Christmas, and whoever sits on this side of the table can see Merry Christmas. So that's just my preferences. I don't want my stitches to show on the back of my quilt, so I'm going to embroider out Merry Christmas first. And I'm going to use the magnet hoop here, and I'm just going to hoop it up and we're going to get started. Okay, I used the 8x9 Mighty hoop because I'm just going to do the center here, and I created Merry Christmas in a circle in Chroma, so it's already in my machine. So let's go get started. Okay, I'm going to do the trace now. Looks good. And now I'm going to start embroidering. Okay, the center motif is done. The Merry Christmas. Now bringing it over here, I'm going to show you why I did not want this on the back of the quilt. We are actually going to quilt it in the hoop. First off, what I'm going to do is I have my little markers here. These are embroidery designs that I did in Chroma, and it's a little snowflake with a curly cube, and it's 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, and 12 inches. I mean, we're not going to use all of these. I embroidered these out on stabilizer so I know which one will fit in my 2-inch square lines. So what I'm going to do is take my pencil, my little ruler, and I measure this. And this one here is like 8 inches. So see, this will go right in here. So that's my 8-inch here. 2 inches here. So I know I want a center 1 inch, and I just dip this down in water to wet my pencil. There it is. And I could put my line like right here on the 1 inch and draw a line here. I know my line is right there. On this one, I didn't. I'm just showing you, if you want to do that, you can do that all the way around. It's up to you. I mean, with the trace and the laser, you really don't have to, because I did all the math for you. And you will have these in your downloads below. I'm giving them to you, so you can check them out later. Now, I'm going to set this aside right here, and this is my backing. This is the front of the fabric, and this is the back of the fabric. I am lightly spraying this together with 505 adhesive spray and temporary spray, and you just want to do a little bit on it just to hold it together. You can spray your fabric or you spray the back of this batting. See, it's already sticking down. I like to tape my backing to the table, and then I'm just flattening it out like that. And then I'm going to turn it over, and this way it keeps you from getting puckers in the back of your fabric, and it will quilt out nice and smooth. Now, I'm going to use gray thread and gray bobbin thread to match it. So, because I want the top the same as the back, so I'm using gray pre-wound bobbins. Remember, size L. And I'm going to use the mini hoop here. This is a 8x13 hoop. How I do this, so the bulk of the quilt will be in the front, I plan it out. So I'm going to do this section first, and then this section, and then I'll go around. And then I will have the bulk of the fabric in front of the machine. And I'm going to quilt this here right now. So let's take it to the machine. I got my gray thread covered and the gray bobbin picked. And I'm going to do a trace. As you can see, it's up here. I need it down here. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to move my laser down till I get right here in the middle. Right there. And now I'm going to do a trace. And it's right there. Okay, I laid my stabilizer down where I embroidered out the design on, and I'm going to do a trace again. It's okay if it goes off onto the left. It looks good. I was just worried about this state of snowflake getting into this part of the quilt. Oh, yeah, it's fine. So now we're going to hit home and touch start and let it go. Now, I'm in the hoop. I know I'm going to have to go up into the middle of the next strip of quilting. And I will do a trace right here. Lock it and do a trace. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 2-inch or the 4-inch, the 2-inch right here, right in there. And I'm going to do the trace again. And I'm just going to bring it up just a bit. Just a tad. And it's going to quilt right in here. And we're going to push start. Okay, as a quilter, I know a lot of you out there are maybe not been a quilting very long, or knowing that you can embroidery in the hoop with the quilting and you don't have to send it out to a long arm. As a quilter, remember there's a units here, and that's what we're quilting is units. And we're going to go clear around this. This is a unit right here that we're quilting. Just these 2 lines. This is we don't have to worry about. So I'm going to hoop this up, and it's good and tight. And now I'm going to put it back in the machine, and we're going to do this line and this line, and we're going to move over to the next unit till we're all done. Set this down here. Now, we've already accomplished 4 units, and we have 4 more to do. You really don't need to see me do those. I just wanted to go over this with you. I let the fabric do the talking for me. It had snowflakes in it. That's why I came up with the snowflake design. You can do anything that you would want. You don't have to use Christmas fabric or holiday fabric. You can use blue and white fabric. You can use green and white for St. Patrick's Day, red and white for Valentine's Day, and you can change out your design in the middle, anything that you would want. This makes a great selling point at craft shows because people likes this stuff. Now, here in the middle, I can set a candle on here, like a Yankee candle or a candle with a globe on it with the tea lights in it. We don't want no houses burned down. So, whatever you would want to do. Now, to finish this off, I would trim up to the sides, and I cut my binding 2 1/4 inches, and I sewed it on and turned it to the back. And I'm old-fashioned, I hand sew it down. Or you can machine sew it down too. And you get a nice finish in the back of your wall hanging or a table topper. And another step you could do too, if you want to make this square, you can just add a triangle on each end and you can make a square table topper or a quilt wall hanging. So you can finish it any way you want. And I want to show you this table runner that I did too. And it spoke to me because it had holly in it. I embroidered holly in it. Let your fabric do the talking to you. I hope you liked this episode. I really did enjoy making these. This is such a good gift you can give somebody. Share, like, and subscribe. Now, the design's going to be free to you in the link below. So I really hope you like this episode. Leave your comments. Show me what you have done in the past. Please check out our old episode. I got an episode in there on embroidering applique on a quilt. So you can check that episode out too. Goodbye. See you next time.